Welcome viewers. It's a fraud. Harry's charitable statement simply adds to the Sussexes' hypocrisy. Stay tuned, this video explains all. Please, if you are new to my channel, take a moment to press the subscription button below and the notification bell for the latest news. Earlier this month, Harry began talking about how his entire life has been dedicated to charity and how it always has been and always will be according to him. To be fair, he got part of that correctly because his life was about charity, but that's because he was a member of the royal household. Well, he and Meghan decided to leave the royal family and they decided to try to sprinkle some charity in here and there, but it looks like they're failing miserably. I couldn't believe it when Harry claimed that philanthropy was so gratifying for him. After all, if the money went to them, I'd believe it. Harry did some wonderful work before Meghan entered the picture, but what has he done in the previous 5 years? And I'm not including the Invictus Games because he was paid for that, while Meghan has a wardrobe full of luxury clothes. I'm not sure how trashing your own family for money is charitable. Creating films, last time I checked, is not. Being the chief impact officer for Betera is not charity, taking paparazzi walks is not charity, making sure a film team or camera crew is following you when performing charitable work. Oh, I'm sorry, but that's more about you than it is about the charity in that situation. Does anyone think Meghan would want to work for a non-profit doing charitable work? Absolutely not. Meghan gets whatever she wants, and she doesn't want to be out there helping others, so Harry won't be doing any charity work either. There are rumors that Meghan will restart the TIG, which is not charity. The truth is that Harry wants people to believe that he is still involved in charity work, and he does just enough charity work to brag about it, because if he is not involved in charity work, what exactly does he spend his time doing? Harry is a con artist, much like Meghan, and he is attempting to erase his image as a thief, but it is not going to succeed. I mean, Harry traveled across the world to play polo. How is that called charity? I mean, maybe he raised a little bit of money, but it's not the same as doing genuine hard charity work. Who paid for him to fly all around the world, I wonder? Who pays the exorbitant charge for the horses in this charity event? This is Harry trying his hand at numerous royal tours, which is what it was all about. He is such a ridiculous person that he seemed content with an all-expenses-paid trip to Japan and Singapore in the name of charity. I'm curious if the expenses will be taken from the charity. Their appearance at the Invictus Games last year was probably perceived as charity, but with Meghan's new clothes, the chatted fly, and the rooming board, well, the two of them cost a lot, and I don't see how that could be called charity, even if all of the charity was going to them. I honestly don't think those two could tell the difference between genuine charity and humanitarian endeavor if they were slapped in the face with it. I mean, which they kind of were, and just look at what those selfish grifters have really done, nothing. A reporter in New York City randomly asked several people walking by to answer a question about who Harry and Meghan Markle are and what they have done. People he interviewed couldn't give him a clear answer. Most stated Harry was a member of the royal family, and almost nobody could tell him what he does. One reader asked, aren't they the couple who are always on the trashy supermarket tabloids for some idiotic thing or another? Well, I guess that's our response, folks. They've done nothing, and that's what the why choose to do. It appears to me that Harry misread the proverb about charity beginning at home. According to Harry, generosity is still what he is most concerned about. He used to care about courses that were near to his heart, but now he only cares about courses that will bring him and Meghan money, 95% for my pocket and the remaining 5% for you. And let's not forget about his little trip to Japan and Singapore, which was basically a PR ploy to try to reverse the negative headlines about the two of them. Harry doesn't care about Santa Valley or any other charities. In fact, he hasn't done anything for Santa Valley since marrying Meghan, but I'm sure he tells himself that he is. I'm convinced when I saw his images that he's happiest when he's on tour. He appeared comfortable and glad for once. It's a shame he's made so many bad decisions for himself. I'm sure in his heart of hearts, Harry realizes what a huge mistake he's done by marrying Meghan. So, good luck, Harry, because I'm afraid you'll need it in the future. Maybe because Meghan didn't accompany him, he realized that he is a lot happier when she isn't around. His life is so much better when she isn't around, but it looks like he is already too deep at this point. He really does look so much happier without that evil lady clawing at his every move. They only care about charity work for themselves because they are too lazy to perform any real job, and let us discuss their purported compassion. Archwell, that's not a charity, it's just there to earn a lot of money in order to keep Meghan in the lifestyle she's grown accustomed to. They tried to warn Harry about Meghan, but he refused to listen and went forward with the extravagant wedding that she desired. I wish Harry would return to his home country, his own family, and eventually divorce Meghan. According to the insider, it is too late for Harry to claim anything of the such because his determination to exacting vengeance on his own family and his country has permanently damaged his image. Harry has acted in such a spectacular manner that any claims of charity are erasable. He has shown absolutely no generosity towards his dying grandparents or his brother who suffered the same loss of a parent as himself. Instead, he made every effort to bring their lives into disrepute while claiming every privilege that accrued to him as a member of the royal family. Harry appears to be unaware that he has cast himself in his own poetic play. If a person does not have a giving personality, he or she cannot claim to be charitable. Harry's argument is useless in light of his extreme cruelty towards his own grandfather and grandmother, not to mention what he did to his own father and brother. Shame on him. Harry needs to accept who he is as a person with many difficulties and stop using his terrible upbringing as an excuse for his behavior as a grown man. I mean, he needs to act like a grown-up for one's sake. We all have just one life, and Harry has had so many privileges, advantages, and reasons to live a decent altruistic life, but so far it appears that he has blown it big time. Regardless of how Harry has depicted him in the media, Charles is an excellent example of someone who continues to develop his philanthropic character and his numerous charitable activities. Charles, as his successor, is someone who is deeply committed to philanthropy. Mr. Field Donbier, a royal expert, has weighed in on this issue, saying that Harry wants us all to believe he is a charity case, but he is not. He is a charlatan who has been, is now, and will always be playing the victim mood, which basically says I have been hurt in life, so everyone on the planet Earth owes him. That means Father, the King and Queen of Great Britain and the Commonwealth, to HRH William and his wife Catherine, the Prince and Princess of Wales, their children, HRH and the Princess Royal and her family, HRH Edward and Sophie, Prince Andrew, and the rest of them, and everyone on Earth, including you and me, because he has been hurt. That is the victim mindset. It's true that Harry cared about charity for himself but not for others. He didn't care about the small people as long as they stayed out of his path. Harry and Meghan are just too self-absorbed and selfish to do any charitable work. I mean, when you truly give yourself in time or money, you don't need the paparazzi to photograph you. Please don't forget to like this video and write your opinion on the comment section. Thanks for watching.